Dave, for Clayton Kershaw, his third start just of the season now, since he's coming off the IL, what have you just been seeing from him as of late? Is there anything you're hoping to see against in specific against this matchup with the Phillies?
It's sort of, the first one I thought was really good. Stuff was crisp, sharp. The second one, not as crisp across the board. And so I think that, tonight, I think that we sort of, the pitching guys worked through some things on the delivery. I don't expect Clayton to be perfect every time out. Still just give us what he has. It's a very good lineup over there. And, I think tonight, the slider obviously is his pitch. There's a lot of right-hand hitters in there. So the depth of the slider is going to be important. And, using the curveball and then also locating the fastball. So he's going to have to be effective as far as command. And if he does that, it's going to be a good outing. And we'll see as far as how far we push him. But I expect him to be good tonight.
When you look at a player who's coming back from having a major surgery in the offseason, I guess, how do you just manage your expectations in regard to when you feel like they will, whether it's being back to the guy they used to be or kind of evolving into what is needed now?
I think, shoulder is certainly difficult. I think as a competitor, you want to be great and essentially perfect every time out. I just don't think that that's a realistic expectation. So I think it's just kind of continue to build on those building blocks of the return and try to build on positives each outing. And so for me, the last one, we got through it healthy and we built up some pitches, some innings, and then, get back to the stuff. And so let's just keep building. So I think that, again, this is a tougher injury and he's worked hard to get back to this point. And so we got to go play good defense behind him, but still just for Clayton to go out there and be himself and get ahead of hitters and get the swing and miss when he gets count leverage and put the ball on the ground softly.
Is this a pivotal start for him in terms of how you look at it moving forward? Or do you feel you're going to need a bigger handful of starts before you make any?
I don't think it's pivotal. I think that in Clayton's mind it's probably pivotal. But where we're at on the calendar, I think that, it's completely fair to say, 5 starts, something like that, where the pitch count is fully built up. He certainly would have been through some stress, logged some innings for 2024. Then you get a better baseline.
Yamamoto had a bullpen. Where is he in his recovery, and are you comfortable yet saying that he will be back?
I am comfortable. I guess I'm hopeful that he'll be back. He's going to travel with us on the road to Milwaukee, and so he threw a pen today. He'll throw another pen, and then he'll throw a live session in Milwaukee at some point. So that'll be a big step where he's facing some hitters, and then hopefully if that goes well, we can just keep building up from there.
How many of those do you'll need, and have you decided whether he'll do sim games all the way through, or will he need a rehab assignment down the line?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think for me it's open-ended right now. I think for me is just getting the live on the calendar. I think is something that I'm personally excited about.
Miguel Rojas, we saw that he'll be with Rancho tonight. Is the plan just for this rehab outing as DH, or do you see him do another rehab outing, or what is that?
He's obviously DHing tonight. He's going to take 3 or 4 bats. If it goes well, there's a chance that he could be active tomorrow.
Is Grove still around, or is he?
Michael's still around, and so we haven't made a decision yet. He's still on rehab, so I think we have a couple days to decide. Sort of, we want to keep him going, activate him, or have another start or another outing in rehab. So we haven't made a decision.
How challenging is that? Just knowing. I know we talked a little bit about it in Oakland as well as in San Diego. Just with all of these guys that are getting healthier, and you're looking at what the roster looks like right now, players performing, but then also knowing that at some point you're going to have to make some really tough decisions, whether it's in the bullpen or on the position player side.
It's tough, certainly for the players. you know, as an organization, you know, more talent coming back is always a good thing. But the uncertainty of players that are active and, you know, could they get the tap on the shoulder, that's not a good feeling. And so trying to just focus on, you know, performing and helping us win a ball game, that's kind of my message. But they're still humans and have emotions and things like that. So it's certainly a kind of a tough spot. It's like the last week of spring training where, you know, guys are trying to see if they made the roster for opening day. So you kind of get that vibe a little bit.
With Mookie being back at the beginning of the road trip, have you put more thought to where he'll play?
I see Mookie as shortstop. And I think that, you know, having Miggy, we know he can play shortstop, but for him to be able to take down third, play second at times for Gavin. But I think the outset, we're gonna have Mookie play short.
What does that mean also? You ended Mr. Rojas, what does it mean for like Rosario and all the
Yeah,
other guys?
we'll see. We'll see. Those are those questions that we got to figure out, you know, how it all plays out.
Dave, will you be putting Mookie lead off or?
He'll hit in the second in the 2-hole.
So it's on lead off.
Yep.
Why is that a conversation with Mookie about moving off the off?
I talked to him. Yeah, I talked to him. I think that, you know, it's hard to argue Shohei starting the game off in the one. It breaks up Freddie and Mookie, and I like the idea that those two guys are going to potentially get the most at bats.
Was that the biggest factor, breaking out the left-handed?
I think so. I think for me, and I didn't want Freddie to hit fourth. So I think that that's part of it. The other part of it is I just feel that, you know, as great as Mookie is, you know, Shohei really has a chance to change the game from the first pitch on.